Let's talk about some scales, huh? It's been a while since I played some Hardened Scales, and for long viewers of the channel, you guys know that this is my baby. This is probably my favorite card in the entire Pioneer format that is not remotely playable, and we'll be doing some coping today with Hardened Scales. Recent kind of sort of recent additions. This is kind of the most recent one. Warden of the Inner Sky. Normally you see this in Convoke decks or some, lower to the ground white aggressive decks, but it turns out that it does synergize pretty well with Hardened Scales. You can tap 3 things to put a counter on it. Now, it is kind of awkward in the sense that Hardened Scales is a 1-mana permanent that you cannot tap to the Warden. So that is a bit awkward, but we have enough other 1-drops, and, it's not like a thing like Convoke where we're going to be activating this multiple times in a turn, most likely. It's just going to be like, activate it once, get a Scry, put 2 counters on it, stuff like that. And then another card here that I don't think I've ever seen anybody play before, but it makes a lot of sense, is Monk of the Open Hand. It's a 1-mana 1/1. It has an ability. It's Flurry of Blows, which basically says whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a counter on it. And, pretty powerful with Hardened Scales. This deck has 18 1-mana cards, and I guess Stonecoil is an honorary 1-mana card, so it's kind of like 21 mana cards. So that is another way to put counters. You have Hopeful Initiate, which is pretty good. Chat saying it's Ledger Shredder. I guess we can call this the White Ledger Shredder. Fine. I guess I'd buy that. Hopeful Initiate to put counters. Conclave Mentor to kind of double up on your Scales effects. Botanical Brawler, just very good when you have, a Scales effect and start putting counters on stuff. It just gets out of control. And this thing has Trample, which is pretty important. Our Luminarch Aspirant, another 2-drop here. Again, put counters, pretty self-explanatory. Our removal, which we don't have a lot of because we are a green-white deck that's trying to build around synergy, is a couple of Portable Holes and a couple of Dromoka's commands. Again, command puts counters, also kills things. Pretty good. And then we have some kind of, I guess, top end, if you will. We have 1 Abzan Falconer, which turns all of your creatures with counters on them into flyers, which can, the creatures get pretty large and they have flying, can help break board stalls. And then 3 Knight-Errant of Eos. We're only playing 3 because our curve is not, super good for Knight-Errant of Eos because we don't generate creature tokens. We don't have the plethora of 1-drops that you see in the Boros Convoke deck. We don't have Ornithopters. So it's not a card that you really ever want to draw 2 copies, but can get some nice value and help find your Conclave Mentors or things like that. That's kind of nice. The fact that it finds Hardened Scales essentially with Conclave Mentor is pretty cool. Mana base, nothing too crazy. And then sideboard, nothing too crazy. All stuff that you would probably expect. One, assemble the players for the grindy matchups. All right, let's do it. Although I guess we have Dromoka's Command to Kill lockdown. I, myself, will not be in SCG Philly. I'm going to be playing some RCQs this weekend. I'm going to be honest with you. If SCG Philly had... So here's what I don't understand about Star City Games. Why do they not have, So they have 2 big events. They have 2 10Ks. Why are they the same format, Because, and I think Jim Davis shared this sentiment on Twitter as well, and I basically echoed his words. It's if the second big event on Sunday was just Pioneer Standard, I would 100% be going, But if it's 2 modern events, miss me with that. I'm good. Yeah, looks like Phoenix. I think I'm gonna lead with Aspirant. You're officially halfway to mod. Let's go. Yeah, but like I said, I just kind of wish that the second event was not also modern. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody else feels the same way, but what's up, Shababa? Ooh, a 1-land enjoyer, huh? So we play Brawler, put counter on Aspirant. I have 2 5/5s. Your turn. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's objectively the worst format, but it is, I would say, the format that has the worst vibes, Modern's vibes are not super great. Chat, is the do a test for me. Is the just so somebody type test because I want to see how far the chat is behind. I don't know why, but when I'm looking at chat, it feels like it's super far behind. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, it's like maybe 2 seconds, 3 seconds. It just, I guess nobody was talking, huh? Nobody was talking, huh? We're slow typers. Ah, I see. Any thoughts on the upcoming ban list? My thoughts are I don't think anything will get banned. Now, that's not to say that I don't think anything should get banned, because Violent Outburst is long overdue. Let's say that. I think that card is very, very toxic, and inevitably, it's just like, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when with Outburst. But I think that what they want to do is they want to wait until MH3 comes out. And I get that, because they want to see how MH3 is going to shake up the format. And I completely understand that, and that's kind of fine. But yeah, I mean, it's like, does anybody in the world think that Violent Outburst is not going to get banned? You know what I mean? It's like, it just feels like it's obvious at this point. That card has to go. The format cannot sustain Violent Outburst for any much longer. I'm honestly surprised that they've let it go this long. And it was, like, pretty obvious as soon as MH2 came out, Like, once we saw Force of Negation, it was like an oh shit moment kind of thing. We're like, yeah, what the hell, Alright, I don't want to keep a one-lander, but this is, like, a pretty good one-lander, I think. I'm on 6. I don't think I want to go to 5. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. I know it's risky, but I'm not going to 5. See, honestly, Geesemonger Steve, is that better or worse than them just banning it? Like, if the answer to the problem is we have to make these sets completely broken to power creep Violent Outburst, then you probably just shouldn't be making the set in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't have to resort to these levels, these kinds of things. And I think that's what a lot of people's frustration with Modern comes from, is just the fact that in order for the format to kind of self-correct itself, like, they need to just keep printing more and more of these completely broken cards. And it's just going to lead to a format later down the road that's just, you know what I mean? Like, the format's just going to power creep itself to a point where, like, everything feels, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, when does it end? Kind of thing. That's what I'm asking. How far do we take this before something has to be done? And that is a common problem. It's a common challenge for a lot of games, and I sympathize with that. It's not easy for games to, like, it's not easy for games to continue on the path of, what's the best way to put this? Like power creep, right? Because every single game is going to experience power creep at some point. And it's really hard to balance that. Nice Warden, bro. I'm just not going to double spell while they're missing land drops. I have no reason to. I'm just chilling. I will make a 6/6, though. And before they have make disappear. If a game doesn't experience power creep, then it will eventually get stale. Sure. Like, I get that, If it's a really tough line to balance, because if you're not power creeping, then your cards are just not exciting and they're so boring, and the cards that were good 6 years ago continue to be the same cards that are always good. But if you power creep too much, then those cards from 6 years ago are just not playable anymore. And you have this format that is, Modern is, the draw to Modern is like, oh, you get to play 20 years worth of cards. But realistically, it's like the playable card pool is a fourth of that, because of power creep. So it's like, it's a fake big format, and it's a fake non-rotating format. Right, exactly, yeah. And the sooner people realize and come to terms with Modern actually being a rotating format now, then, Oh, I'm so used to playing Arena that I hit spacebar. Also, if they have Axe, they probably shouldn't have attacked, right? You can't spacebar on Moto, unfortunately. It could double spell now. I mean, they're just gonna kill my knight anyways, right? I think the Pioneer skills decks completely misunderstand why Shadowspear is good. Yeah, I guess that is a good point. I mean, I don't know though. Like, would Shadowspear be bad here? It would still be pretty good. You know what I mean? Knight for one? No, I think I'm just not going to cast the Knight. They obviously have Axe. I don't even know what the point of playing the Warden is. I guess just to get it in play for the Shredder, so I don't have to double spell later on. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, the thing about the Shadowspear and Scales is you still make a ton of big creatures. So it is like a fine card to have access to. It's not as good as it is in Modern because you can't tutor forward off of Urza Saga, and I get that, but it's still just one of those cards that has it does such a unique thing, and it is good in certain spots. Oh, Curd Bros, did you hear back about your account yet? Has voice been explored in Pioneer? People were playing Voice of Resurgence for a little bit in Winota back when they played Eldritch Evolution, but I don't think they do that anymore. Random body mails? Yikes, that's tough. The best line is to storm the power creep by pushing one by one different archetype, which magic can cause the game is rich. Also limited farm helps selling boxes. Feeling of just tool sled on the power creep without suffering. Yeah, I don't know, it's really tough. I mean, the supplemental products kind of help that, right? Where the supplemental products can introduce a certain level of power creep where I'm trying to think of the best way to put this, where it's like they kind of get to like dictate the pace at which the formats speed up in terms of power level, right? Because of these supplemental products. That's a lot harder to achieve when it's just standard products. So, as much as we hate the supplemental products, I think that their goal in the sense of relegating the power level is like that is kind of a good thing, because it's going to get to a point where it's really hard for them to print enough good cards into standard that don't break standard, that also help break into help push the power creep along to its natural conclusion in Modern. I mean, I don't think they should have printed. The One Ring is a card that should not have been printed. I don't know if anybody disagrees with me there, but that is, I think, the most egregious card design in the last 10 years or so. That card should not have been printed. But past the One Ring, I'm not super upset about Lord of the Rings. But that card is completely out of bounds. The archetype that's being power crept is mid-range. That issue is all that. That issue is that direct to modern sets are leaving all other archetypes behind. Is mid-range being pushed? I mean, I'm not. Are we considering Rhinos to be a mid-range deck? I certainly don't. Alright, so I have to double spell here. So I might as well triple spell. Wait, I'm at 8. How am I at 8? What the hell happened? I guess their Shredder is big. Alright, I guess we're just going in, huh? We're just gonna go in. We are going to go in. You know what? Another kind of issue with power creep and modern and all that stuff. Another issue is they kind of made the answers a little bit too efficient and too they answer too many things. I'm gonna be honest with you, and maybe this is a hot take. I actually kind of think that Leyline Binding was a mistake. I don't know how hot of a take that is, but I really do think it was a mistake. Impulsing that, okay. Yeah, Warden down. A lot of counters. Okay. So, I guess we play a 3/3 Stonecoil and then load it up with Aspirant. Just make a big Stonecoil. Yeah, I can make a 8/8 Stonecoil. And I mean, I might as well attack with these two, right? 3 cards in hand. I'm at 8. Stonecoil checks the Shredder. Should be a fine attack. I mean, just chump both, but whatever. See, here's a good spot for Shadowspear. Okay, so I'm not the only one that thinks binding is a mistake. Yeah, I just think that when you get to a point where it's this common sentiment of answers need to line up with threats, right? And I mean, I guess maybe that's the one argument you can make for printing leyline binding is that the threats got too good, and in order for the answers to line up with the threats, then you just have to print a card like leyline binding. But if that's the conclusion that you've come to, instead of printing a card like binding, you should like reconsider the rest of the format. You know what I mean? Because if the answer is binding, then something else is probably horribly wrong. I apologize in advance for Burn players that might be listening to this. Burn is unplayable in Modern right now. It is just completely unplayable. And I think throwing Burn a bone wouldn't be too bad. Do I keep this? But just scales, it's pretty good. Ooh. Make a new vintage format without the power 9 like Timeless. Make a new vintage format without the power 9 like Timeless. Oh, you mean just like modern? Like, well, isn't that just called Legacy? Could this deck play Avatar the Resolute? Would you want to? Also, what would you want to play it over? Fire Blast in Modern? No, I mean, come on. We don't need more free spells. Yeah, it was the two colors. So I actually goldfished both of them slappy, and I was like, when I was goldfishing, I was like, what are these black cards really accomplishing? So I just wanted to play the two color version. What happened to Pure Modern? Pure Modern is in the works. I actually just got an email back from a potential sponsor, and we're in talks. Okay, we have begun the sponsorship talks, but I need to wait for them to get back to me to confirm, because it's really hard for me to keep funding these Pure Modern tournaments. As much as I like running them, it's like the option is get a sponsor or just play the event for no prize. So I would rather get a sponsor because less people are going to play if there's no prize, right? So I'm trying to get a sponsor for it. But Pure Modern enjoyers, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. That's all I'll say for now. I did post in the Discord that I was thinking about doing it, what did I say, third week of March. We're probably not going to be able to do it third week of March unless I get back to them, and, you know, this Impulse is taking forever. So be on the lookout. I do want to I do want to host another one at some point. 0%. I mean, their deck could fail. Lotus does have a fail rate. If we find scales, we can kill pretty quickly. Okay, well, they didn't fail. It turns out they did not hit the fail rate. Alright, I play 3 Wardens. I'm going to activate the full art one. Is that a punt? Your turn. Snake a little harder to kill. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I was looking at the black cards and I'm seeing Winding Constrictor, which is like, sure, it has a 3rd point of toughness versus Conclave Mentor, but I don't think that is relevant enough to like stretch the mana base. Sure, the black sideboard cards are good, the discard spells are nice, but like discard spells plus Stain the Mind, those are both pretty good. And I think that's your best reason to play black is the sideboard cards. But the main deck cards just didn't do it for me. Anyone else having problems with Arena? I played some this morning and it felt fine. I wasn't having problems this morning. But no, I don't need it. Finally a Modern stream. Let's go. Modern stream. Finally. You're just gonna say that every time. Oh, by the way, chat, I'm gonna like and repost this now. What's a good quote tweet for this? I'll link it in chat, but we just released the episode, Dive Down episode, where we spent 2 hours talking about why people hate Modern. It was fun. I had a good time. As you could probably imagine, I had a really good time. I'll link it in a second. I need to find a funny quote tweet. Or think of a funny quote tweet. Last episode? No. No, I'm not going to SG Philly. Okay. So this counter here. 1, 2. Should I split up? It's probably better to split up, right? If we don't want that. Alright, attack you for 4. We have a lot of damage. La la la. Alright, help me think of a clever repost, a retweet for this episode of the Dive Down where we only talk about why people hate Modern. I got one. Right, hold on. I'm gonna get you the link in a second. All being our best. Well, it might be for the best. Alright, there's the link. Dude, I want to go see these guys live again. Just link the melee page to your pure modern event as a quote tweet. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. So if I send everything, they block here, take 4, 5, 8. I mean, I just have a 2-turn clock, right? What the fuck are they doing? What are they doing, chat? I'm confused. Guess they're not dead next turn because they can soak up 3 and go to 1. So I need to find anything that puts a counter to get an additional point of damage on here. Maybe did they mulligan a bunch? They mult the 5. Okay, that's what it is. Maybe they just don't have enough resources. I don't know what to tell you. Remember Tonber? Chat, remember when Tonber said we were just dead? Was like, turn 2, they played a land, a grazer, and a land. And Tonber was like, instantly dead. Okay, Deafening Silence coming in. Gobakhan these nuts. We're always just dead? Yeah, that is true. That is a good point. So, I'm 1 card short. 2 cards short? Flanker, maybe? Would you bring in Dromoka's Command or Destroy Evil to blow up Omniscience? Probably right. Over Flanker, maybe? Just like 2 command over Flanker. Command's kind of cool, because command can also remove their Grazer as a blocker. Get, like, help push damage. Yeah, Lockdown 2 is a good point. Okay, sure. Should I play a 3rd command for Lockdown? 3 is kind of a lot, though. How many... Do they have 4 Lockdowns in their sideboard? Do I think they're finally going to ban Diabolic Intent on Monday? I mean, I thought that's what the announcement was for. Is that not what it's for? Try to cook a mono-red land destruction on Pioneer. 9 fields, cleansing Krenko. There should... I don't know if it ever made it to YouTube, but there was a deck you can probably find on the Mox field if you dig a little deep. Should be in the Dono decks, folder, where it was for Kebi, and we played a deck that had 4... I think it was 8 field, 4 Wildfire, 4 Buzzcrusher, just like maxing out on those. There was some questionable deck choices with the red-green land was a little sketchy, but I kind of like the concept of that deck. Just I would not play the red-green land. That was a little sketch. We were splashing I kid you not, we were mono red splashing double green for a land that had the text of 3 RGG sack it, destroy target land. That's what we were splashing for. Was interesting to say the least. Okay, I think this hand's good. It looks slow. I think this hand's good. Tried it without Slumberland and it did way worse. I don't believe you. Okay, that's not bad. Which one do we play first? How do I sequence this hand? Well, I'm not double spelling on 2, right? What am I playing on turn 2? I guess is the question. I kind of want to go 1 into 2 into 1+2. That was what I was thinking. Initiate into Mentor, and then Monk, Aspirant, 2 counters, Combat, 2 counters, Attack, 2 counters. Yeah, that's the best way to sequence this. I think that's the most damage. No, I think Tomper's line is right. This is the line that gets you the most damage. Because you go turn 1 Hopeful, turn 2 Mentor, attack for 1, turn 3 Monk, Aspirant, 2 counters, Combat, 2 counters, Attack, 2 counters. So I think this line's the best. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the best line. Voyaging Satyr. It's not bad. I don't think that changes our line. Does not change our line. Turn 1 Monk, turn 2 Hopeful Warden, tap all 3 to Warden, turn 3 bare minimum 6 power. Well, I can get more than 6 power next turn. I can attack for 7 next turn. So this line just gets you an extra power, but it also spreads counters a lot better. Some LCI lands that might be good in LD. Like what? There's the Volatile Fault, right? The Cave Field of Ruin or whatever that gets you a treasure. I don't remember. I don't think we played that card, but you could. What's nice about the 8 Field of Ruin deck is you get to play Sunken Citadel. You just go like turn 1 Sunken Citadel, turn 2 Field. Like that's kind of cool. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I think your line is better if I draw another 1-drop, because then I can double spell on 3. But if I don't draw a 1-drop, I think I like my line a little bit better. So I would say that your line is probably higher upside, but it's close. Well, we're talking about Pioneer, right? There's no Tron in Pioneer. Voyaging Satyr. How is my opponent, like, 6 minutes behind me? What's going on over here? What are we doing over there? Opponent, what are you doing over there? You know what, chat? You know what my opponent taking forever is making me think about? This is making me think just the perfect time to remind you about Twitch Prime. Did you guys know that you can sub to the channel for free with a Twitch Prime sub? Okay. I guess. They added white mana. That's not good. Yo, chill. Wait, what? How do I beat that? Wait, how do I beat that? Ain't no way they just cast 6 mana 5/7 lifelink. I can try to go wide, Joel, I guess. Well, I mean, now we just go Monk, Warden, Knight, right? I think. Spirits when you need to. This life is more than just... Because we can't attack anyways. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Well, I've kind of located the out. It does have protection from multicolored. It's the middle Joel command. I don't know what you're referring to. No, we have no way to remove this from the battlefield. We cannot kill that card. Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, they only have 3 cards in hand. It's not clear that they're winning this turn. Right. Yeah, the way that we kill Dragonlord Dromoka is removing them from the game. Removing our opponent from the match. That's how we defeat that card. Yeah, but like the thing is, King, they're going to attack. They're 100% going to attack this turn, you know. So I think what I want to do. Can I wait a turn on the Stonecoil? Because I could just go Mentor Aspirant. The other line is what, like Aspirant Stonecoil? And then just send everything. Can Warden get bigger than Dromoka? So if I go Mentor Stonecoil, or rather, if I go Mentor Aspirant, I guess if I go Mentor Aspirant, then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can activate twice, and then Aspirant put a counter on it, and I could just hit it. I can hit them for, yeah, it becomes a 10 power thing, right? And we could save Stonecoil for next turn. Yeah, I think I like that. So we go green, white. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you're right about that. And we go trigger Monk. Let me go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the Otawara is like definitely not great for us, but I'm not sure if there's anything I can do about that. Because if I go for Stonecoil, they can also just bounce the Stonecoil with Otawara. Right. This is an attack for 10. Yeah, I know, right, Demora? That's what I'm saying. Opponent's like, why are you taking so long? What the hell? Warden looks pretty good here. Not gonna lie. I think we can make 3 things that attack past... No, only 2, right? We can make 2 things that attack past Dromoka next turn. So, yeah, they don't have to chump block, though. I can just pump up Warden and make them chump block the Warden. What actually I might be able to do is, like, get the Warden big enough to the point where if they block something else, they still die. So I can maybe attack with a bunch of things and still force the chump block with Warden, but they're doing something. Oh, come on! Why are we tanking on this? Come on, man. Jesus Christ. Alright, fine. I mean, we have the Boseiju, so it's like not the end of the world. They have 1 card in hands. We actually might still be fine. We actually might still be fine. Funny enough. I'm doing it now so I can activate Warden. That is Realm Cloaked Giant. Oh, you're talking about this? This is Dromoka. Yeah. Now the question is, do we play Aspirant or Stonecoil this turn? Should we have done that in their turn? No, because I have to pump the Warden to give me a blocker for Dromoka. But I'm just wondering... Because I can go Aspirant, target. Maybe that's better. Coil safer. I mean, they both kind of still lose to Boseiju Otawara. I'm going to go for Aspirant. It just gets the Warden bigger a lot quicker, which I like. I think I want that. I don't know what I do want at this point. Coil blocks Dromoka for free. Yeah, so does Warden. I'm going to make it huge. I'm going to have a 10 power Warden. They're not going to be able to attack with Dromoka anyways. Do I go one more time in the Warden is the question. Leaves me with 2 blockers. No, I think I chill. Could you have done both? Done both. No, because I had to Boseiju that turn, right? So I can't Boseiju Stonecoil and Aspirant. I could have Stonecoiled instead of Aspirant. I guess maybe that was fine, where I can go Stonecoil instead of Aspirant, still get a 10 power thing by tapping 3 guys, but just have a Stonecoil on defense. Maybe that's better. They did put a card on top with the Hedge Maze, though, so we're probably dead. I don't mean to, give you the bad news, but we're probably dead. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but... Is that a Realm Cloak Giant? Yo, Realm Cloak Giant jump scare? Is that a Realm Cloak Giant? Arch Druid's Charm. I search. Oh, they can just cast it too. I think they're getting Zakama. Yeah, tank, lockdown. You need a fair trademark Lotus Field ramp deck that just ramps out big guy. There's nothing fair about this card. Lair, Disciple of the Drowned. All right, you cook over there, buddy. I'll let you cook. I will allow you to cook. Oh no, they ciphered onto the Realm Cloak Giant. Yo, chill. Yo, chill. They can lock down now? Oh my god, they have enough mana. They saw the line. Alright, you win. Fine, I'm dead. I wasn't technically dead, but I don't have any outs. Alright, game 3. I guess maybe I want this other command. Let's cut a Knight-Errant. Knight-Errant's kind of slow. And I don't really want to be playing Knight-Errant. I'd rather just be attacking with my creatures. Amalgam, what's up? Thank you for the 21-month resub. Welcome back, Amalgam. 21 months of the most Fletchers of Johnsons. I think I keep this. It's got an out to lockdown. So we are full for this week. As of right now, I have 1 in the queue for next week, so 3 open spots for next week. When is the next Pure Modern? I talked about this earlier. I messaged. We're in the works. I messaged a sponsor last night to see exactly if they would be willing to sponsor it. They messaged me back today asking for some numbers, which I'm going to give them at the after the stream today. So it is currently in the works, but stay tuned. Trying to get the biggest reason that I want to find a sponsor for it is I just kind of want to get some better prizes, you know. Okay, so we go here, counter, and then counter there. This is pretty close to a turn 4 kill. They got Boseiju. Okay. Why would they get Boseiju? Oh, do they have the lockdown? Fuck, I think they have the lockdown. God damn it. Grrr. Okay, well now we can cast our command. Question is, do we command now? I think I wait till their end step, player on second lockdown. There's no way they have a counter spell, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. To the new age. Imagine Dragon. D's lockdowns. What's up, Electronic Philly? Hello. Are you ready for tomorrow? They have Spell Snare? Brother. No, they don't. Stop. Scales is lethal, right? I think Scales is lethal. I didn't do the math, but I assume it is. Does this count itself? Of course it's another. Come on, man. Question. Okay, so Sacrifice and Enchantment is before counter. So that means this one will trigger, right? Well, I guess this one would trigger off of this anyways. But I think that's how that works, right? Because it resolves in the order it's... Yeah, okay. Okay. So it might be lethal. I didn't do the math, but... 2 3/3s? No, this will be a 4/4. Because this will get a counter off the command and a counter off the brawler. So it's 4, 7, 8, 9, 10... I think it's exactsies. I think it's exactly lethal. I think I counted 13. Any fogs? Stop. They don't have fog. Get out of here. They do not have pause champ for reflection. I refuse to believe. To the new... They do not have foggers. Any foggers? Any foggers? Okay, if they tank this long and have a counter spell, we're not going to be happy. I won't be happy if they... Okay, alright, fine. Alright, I present lethal. Bad done to you. I present a lethal attack. That one doesn't matter because we know they have Boseiju, but they're still dead. I guess they could have Otawara. They could have Otawara, I guess. My second dude didn't get a counter. Oh, you know why? Because this one already had a counter on it So it says, whenever one or more counters are put on another permanent, if that's the first time counters have been put on that permanent, right? But it wasn't the first time because we put a counter on this with the with the, what you call it? Yeah, so I'm one short now. Fuck. Yeah, that's true. It would go infinite with itself, if that was the case. Wait, did I do my math wrong? No, it's still lethal. I forgot these would trigger twice. Okay, it's still lethal. We definitely did the math, right? I told you. See, we did the math. It's easy. I feel like the extra 0 gives me a little bit more power. Yeah, he is 3-0. It's kind of what I didn't want you to play that turn. Now what? I mean, I just have to play through it, right? Just go Scales, Monk. We kind of have to play through it, I think. There's no way around it. Maybe it was better to go Monk first, to have 2 2/2s instead of a 3/3 and a 1/1. Well, if I Monk first, I don't get the Scales bonus. Right? And in the event where they don't discard a spell that turn, I can hit for 3. Yeah, I guess I could have attacked first. Yeah, well, they had Axe anyway, so it didn't matter. Well, I guess it might matter, because then this would still have an extra counter on it. They have 2 cards in hand. But now we can't kill the Shredder, unless I draw land. Okay. So we can kill this Shredder, right? We can go Warden, Command, Counter, Fight, 3/3, Counter, 5/5, even if they discard a spell. So I'm going to do that. Go Counter, Fight. So it gets a counter. It gets 2 counters from the Monk and then 2 counters from the Command. So make it a 5/5. Even if they discard a spell, it'll be a 3/5. Can we splash for Ledger Shredder plus Scales? I mean, just saying, if we're playing blue Scales, we can also play Hadana's Climb. Who remembers Hadana's Climb, by the way? Does anybody in chat remember that card? Oh, that card's so based. I love playing with that card. Yeah, it was like Hadana's. You would just fucking what do you call it? You would just go White Constrictor into Hadana's Climb. That curve was so good. Okay, well, at least they don't have Axe, but we're still not in a great spot. And they're at 15. Well, now what? I have to play Stonecoil to not die, right? So I guess we just go Brawler, Serpent, hope they don't have a removal spell. No, we're not dead, because the Stonecoil has reach. Yeah, it's got to be Brawler Coil. Because the Brawler gets pumped by the Monk, which is nice. We're dead to any removal spell. But we can't beat a removal spell. It is what it is. Alright, attack for 7. I mean, if they don't have a removal spell, I don't think we're in that bad of a spot. Scales Brawler. If you Scales Brawler, you're just dead on board. They have 8 power. What? You want to just be dead on board? Ooh, did they whiff? They whiffed. They milled Arclight, Steamvents Island. Okay, hold. 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 Chad, hold. Nice card. Picklock Prankster. Mill 2 mana, mill the top 4 cards of my library. Fucking hold. He discarded Trespass. Okay. Bin Steam Vents. Tap land. Okay, we're not dead. They also can't really attack, right? Yeah, their attacks aren't good. It's not a spell. We needed a spell badly there. What happens if I attack with both 7/7s? If I attack with both 7/7s, do they double block the Monk? No, they probably double block the Brawler, right? Attack all? If I attack with everything, they go Shredder on Monk, Phoenix... Or no, Phoenix on Monk, Shredder on Brawler. Take 2. Phoenix gets binned. I lose nothing. And they have a 6/8. Yeah, that is true. They can't double block. But it doesn't accomplish that much. I mean, we're dead if they can cast 3 spells regardless, right? Yeah, but here's the thing, right? They have 1 card in hand. If they have 3 spells, I'm probably dead anyways. You know what I mean? So, I think playing around them getting back Phoenixes is just irrelevant. We're gonna die if they have 3 spells regardless. We can't... Name a sequence of 3... Name a number of 3 spells that we can possibly beat, you know? We're just not beating 3 spells. No matter what, even if we don't attack. Fudrad, thank you for the 13-month reset. Welcome back, Fudrad. 4 cruises. Yeah, well, they can cast 3 of them. You know, they have enough cards in their graveyard. Yeah, see, we're gonna die anyways. Didn't matter what we did. We were dead regardless. I think any spell would have killed them there. Maybe not any spell, but... Misclick Exile the Phoenix. Did they? No, they didn't. They still have 2. Wait. It just didn't find a spell. Okay. Nice deck. Okay. I don't think that does it. Right? I don't think that does it. But it means they have to lose the Shredder, right? I don't know, whatever. I'm just gonna cast my cards. What the fuck else am I gonna do, right? It makes a bigger monk. Yeah. Yeah, it does kill both creatures. Well, actually, does it? Oh, yeah, it does, because it's the 2nd scales, yeah. So they have to chump here, and then chump here, right? Yeah. This game is fucking wild, dude. How is this game still going on, by the way? This is unreal. Aren't they dead? No, because they have a 10 toughness Shredder, and I'm only gonna have a 10 power Brawler. So they go Shredder, chump here, this chump here. They do survive this turn. No, the brawler only triggers once. It doesn't trigger off itself. All right, don't kill me. Just die already, please. Please just die already. If they can find a 3rd Phoenix, we're dead. They only have 2 in the graveyard right now. Okay. This game is so intense. Yeah. Don't mill 3rd Phoenix. Don't mill 3rd Phoenix. Stop. No 3rd Phoenix. No 3rd Phoenix, please. Please. Stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Well, they're thinking, so it's not a Phoenix. Hold. Chad, I hope you're clenching your cheeks as much as I am. My cheeks are so clenched right now. It's unreal. They've never been this clenched before. The cruise? Yeah, I could turn coal into diamonds right now. Incoming trespass. Well, they already discarded a trespass. They've already played their land this turn too. Winning this game would be unreal. They did put a card on top off the consider though. Why'd they put a card on top? Maybe they have Axe and they're trying to cruise into a Phoenix. That has to be what's going on here, right? They probably topped a cruise. This game is so stressful. I mean, I would assume I'm 99% dead, but I don't know. They're still thinking. They're thunking. Okay. Oh, their plan is kill that and then chump block. I see. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Although, they have no cards in hand. And they have to double chump block, right? I mean, they can go to 1 if they want, but... Big Reacher. Yeah, they have no cards in hand. I guess I'll hold the... No, wait. I have to make a 6/6, right? Yeah, we have to make a 6/6 so they can't exit. Hold! Hold! Hold. Draw land, please. No, stop! Come on, man! Stop! No! Not like this! Not like this! Oh my god. 3 lands, 3 lands, 3 lands, 3 lands, 3 lands. 3 lands, please! Come on, 3 lands! Hold. Hold, 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 hold. Chat, spam hold. Everybody spam holds right now. Hold, 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 hold. Galvanic Iteration. That's not good. Ah, okay. So 2 Phoenixes were dead. That's no Phoenixes. Hit an Impulse. And... Fuck! I had 4 Phoenixes. God, you're so close. So close, man. So close. Fuck. That was an intense game, though. That was one of the games of all time. I'll tell you that much. All right, silence, rip. Yeah, rip. Exactly me. Exactly me. Last game, rip. Did we do flanker last time? I think we did. Falconer's not relevant. I don't think the removal spells are very good. P-hole. I do not want to go into the P-hole this game. I would assume flanker is good, right? Just do this, maybe. So tell me now. No P-holes. Bruce has to go. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really paid enough attention to Pioneer over the past couple of months to give you an informed opinion on whether or not Cruz should or shouldn't go. The card is completely broken, but, you know. I don't think Falconer's that relevant. Falconer's good? No, it's like 3 mana 2/3 that just dies to a Fiery Impulse. I don't think I want that. And their creatures have flying anyways. I mean, I guess it gives me flyers, but I have the what you call it? The snakes. I think it's fine. So, too many sideboard cards. I think. Yeah, this hand just doesn't do anything. Better. It's not phenomenal, but it is better. I'm gonna lean on Hopeful Initiate, I think. This hand might actually want to go Hopeful into 2/2 Stonecoil. We'll see if we draw. Errant could be too slow, yeah. Silence kills Phoenix. Yeah, but I don't know. The hand just did nothing else, you know. But maybe Silence gives you enough time that it's fine. Yeah, this looks weird, but I'm going to Stonecoil here just for the Hopeful Initiate next turn. I don't know if that's right. Maybe that's not right. I guess I could have played Monk, passed, and then if I draw any spell, I can go Stonecoil, spell, counter, attack with both, put a counter on the Hopeful Initiate. Well, now we're dead. Wait, Jegantha. Jegantha. I always forget Jegantha. Save me, Jeff. Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Any Jeffrey enjoyers? Why no attack? Oh, right. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't attack. For some reason, I thought they could eat this, but I'm stupid. Yeah, I should have attacked. That was bad. I know. I missed it. My bad. In my head, they could, like, eat something, but that's not what the case, obviously. Now I can't attack. Bro! Come on, please! 21 lands, by the way. I feel like every time I play against Doomswitch, this always happens. I always get mana flooded against him. Tough. I think this is a good matchup, too. I don't know if I should have kept this hand, but it has double scales. What'd they reveal? Karuga. So this is probably Quintorius. Yeah, maybe I should have kept the Inboardable Hole. I'm not sure. Alright, give me card that puts counters. Card that puts counters, please. I need. I need. Well, that is card that put counters. Hopeful Initiate's also really good if they're playing... I mean, I don't know if they're playing Quintorius or if they're playing Enigmatic, but if they're playing Enigmatic, this card solos them. It's really good. Now, and before they cast Temporary Lockdown. They don't have double wipe. That's good. Okay, so it is Enigmatic, which is nice. So here's the question. Do I pop the Fable, or do I hold up Hopeful to blow up Enigmatic? I think I pop the Fable. Yeah, because I can go remove counters now, counters on Initiate, attack, get counters again with Hopeful. So I think I should pop the Fable. Just to basically double trigger this turn. I think it's worth it. And then counters there. I'm attacking for 9. This is a lot. Now, if they have Fire's Enigmatic, I'm probably dead, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, they need Fires plus Enigmatic. Or I guess they could go, like, blue Shockland, attack, treasure, 5 mana total, Enigmatic Binding, but they have to play an island for Binding to cost 1, because then it's 5 mana total for Binding Enigmatic. That would be bad, too. But, you know, not much I can do about that. Again, I could have held up the Initiate, but I think it's just too good to pass up. Like, that turn was really good. Yeah, they do have the Binding. Yeah, it's a little scary. But if they don't have another removal spell for the Aspirant, we could just go equip a Shadowspear, put counters, and that is, I think, lethal, right? 4, 7, 8. Now they going to 1. Yeah, I don't know about these Knight-Errants. I don't know if I like these Knight-Errants, Slappy. I think I might be not into them. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just these games they've looked bad. I'm sure they have good spots where they're good, but... Yeah, not a big fan of these Knight-Errants. They have looked very bad. Yeah, that's not a blue source. Okay, so that copy's Binding. Shit. We're gonna lose this game with them on 1, aren't we? I know that's what's gonna happen. Because they can just Karuga next turn. Ah! That would have been really good last turn. Go. God, we're so close. Still good. No, I can't cast this. You can't cast it. It only has 1 target. And you need 2 targets. Elish Norn, Mother of Machines. The Madre de Machinas. What's machines in Spanish? Bro, stop. Put a counter on it? I mean, they just sack Fires, right? Like, I can put a counter on their homie and make them sack an enchantment, but they just sack Fires, right? It doesn't accomplish anything. Madre de las Maquinas. Everyone looks awful here. Yeah, it's looked awful the whole game. If it was, like, literally any other 1-mana creature, I would have won this game. Even if it was just, like, a Gingerbread, I would have won this game. Alright, I'm just gonna pretend like we're not dead. Even though I know we are. Maybe in their 8 cards they drew last turn, they didn't find an Enigmatic Incarnation. It's possible, right? I mean, anything's possible. It's not nice. Alright, I'm good. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. You know, I will say Healthy Grains, I have not played against Blue-White yet, but now that you mentioned it, we're going to play against Blue-White the rest of the stream, so... Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I think I want all of these. You could maybe consider Deafening Silence. It's just like 59 cards that I actively want, and then I have to play one of these cards. Could play one Deafening Silence, maybe. It's one of those cards where, like, the first copy is not bad if they have fires, but it's not good except for against fires. I think I'll play one copy, though. Nah, I don't think Flanker does anything, does it? Assemble, maybe. Could be alright. The upside on the first Deafening Silence is pretty high, though. Like, there's some games where that card just solos them. Of course, it's my opening hand. I mean, this hand's good. I can't complain. Yeah, that is a good point. Flanker is nice against Lockdown. I could see that. Yeah, Luris is banned. Luris, hot take, Luris wrongfully banned in the Pioneer format. I think the only reason they banned Luris was every single person at the time was complaining about Luris in, like, every other format, Modern, Vintage, Legacy, and they were like, you know, it's not really a problem right now, but we kind of assume it's going to be a problem at some point, so we'll just ban it right now, you know? Like, do you guys think that Luris would be too good in Pioneer right now? I don't think that's true. I think Luris would be fine. There's no Bobble. Like, I think it'd be fine. Interesting draw. I'm going to go high upside on Mentor and try to peel an untapped land for next turn. We can go Monk Invasion. It would be pretty insane in Amalia, sure. No turn 1 Monk. No, because I'm not going to double spell on 2. I guess I could have went Monk into Warden Silence, maybe. Okay, drew the untapped land. That's huge. They do have Binding up, though. They're not casting Binding. So they're dead. What does this do? Just dead, right? They could draw Lockdown, I guess. Invasion is so disgusting with the Scales effects. God, it's so gross. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Turn 3, I present 10 power. This is just Rhinos, right? This is Pioneer Rhinos. I mean, I'm just gonna go to combat. They can Flanker to trade for the Monk. I might just let the trade happen. Am I gonna let the trade happen? I don't know. Casting this command is kind of sketchy if they have Lockdown. Man. Do you think they're gonna draw Lockdown? I feel like we're supposed to just hold and let them take 7. Like, okay, here's what happens, right? The game 2, they go to 21. They trade here, take 7, go to 14. Then these both get 2 counters, right? So this is 5. That's 11. Yeah, I'm just gonna let them trade. There's no way. I think Kutzil is probably too expensive. They put a card on top. They went 2 on the bottom. Okay, noted. Yeah, I mean, the card seems like... It's one of those cards that seems like it would be good, but I think it is probably too expensive. Yeah, is that the Celestia Fable? Is that what it is? Oh, do you want to try Flanker over Silence? I'll play one Flanker. Fine, I'll play one Flanker. Silence is maybe a little bit worse than the draw. I don't know. Yeah, Knight of Autumn could be okay, too. Could be a good sideboard card. Although, I'm not sure what you would cut for Knight of Autumn. Like, that would probably have to be in the flanker spot. But they do serve different purposes. They're good against different matchups. Yeah, that's also a good point. It's like, that's probably stuff you want more in a Coco deck. Because you want high upside 3-drops. Or, like, high impact 3-drops in Coco. I really just don't like Coco that much. In a general sense, I'm pretty anti-Coco. Unless you're playing, like, specifically Amalia, and then maybe it's okay. But even the Amalia decks, they don't play... A lot of them don't max out on Cocos. Did you ever consider Chord? No, not in this deck. You have too many. You don't have enough green creatures for Chord. I guess you have Mentor Brawler, but I don't think that's enough. Not sure if it's better to play this or a 2/2 Stonecoil. I don't know what this card does. Target opponent exiles a creature or planeswalker they control with the greatest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control. Alright, fuck you. Any blotouts? Any blotouts? Who up blotting they out? Yeah, it does kill the vampire, which is kind of cool. If I go Mentor, Stonecoil for 1, they just blot out my Mentor. I may just want to hold up Flanker this turn. Played Forest. I think I hold up Flanker. Try to deal 1 to the invasion. Maybe flip it next turn. Well, that's kind of awkward. Shit. That one was not in their hand. I didn't know about that one. Huh. Well. Alright, trade. It's kind of an unfortunate trade. Because now they get to probably blot out my flanker after I scry. But then we can go, like, land, mentor, make a 3/3. Maybe that's good. Hello, Jose. My ultis are not coming in until Saturday. I was going to do a mail day today, but they're not coming in today. Okay, they played that, so we know their hand. Right, we know their hand is these 2 cards. Okay, I scry. Well, I don't exactly know if that's what I want. I think so. I don't know what I do want. That is on the short list of things that are good. Because now I can attack with an X3 flanker, which can't trade for the Fable token. So I do like this. You can just try to get this thing flipped. Jump blocking. Because they don't want me to flip it that bad, huh? Makes sense. Well, I mean, it doesn't even matter, right? Because they can lock down for 5 mana next turn. So if their plan is to lock down, they probably should jump block, because this is going to die to the lockdown. Right. Bro, either you're blocking or you're not. Either you block or you don't block. Ill Will, thank you for the 10-month resub. Welcome back, Will. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Is there a chance I'll try out Elementals and Pioneer again soon? The next RCQ season, when we switch the RCQ season to Pioneer, and I change my focus more back towards Pioneer, I'll probably end up trying it at that point. But I don't plan on playing Pioneer until there's like a reason to play Pioneer. It's too distracted looking at John Fletcher's Johnson. Yeah. I would be too, to be fair. Is Pioneer boring? No, I mean, we've played against a bunch of different decks. I don't think it's that boring. It does feel like there's a lot of room to brew in Pioneer. Oh, right, my flanker didn't die. Okay, so... Keck bye. Because I want to flip the invasion again. That's why I'm doing this now. Blot out Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Touch my spirit realm. No, I'd rather flip the invasion again. I mean, they can cast any of these next turn if they draw land. I guess this so they can't channel it. And then we go Warden, counter, bottom, counter here, flip the invasion, counter here. How much damage is this next turn? I could have maybe played the Stonecoil. 9, 11, 14, 17, 19. It could have been 21 if I played the Stonecoil. She touching my spirit till I'm in the realm. How's that? Does that do anything for you? Does that one do anything for you? My flanker has been defeated. I accept. 07 flanker. Ooh, I like that. Alright, they will simply, inshallah, they will not draw another temporary lockdown. I go counter here, counter here. I attack. If you draw a lockdown, we can't be friends anymore. Just throwing that out there. Don't you dare draw a lockdown. Get out of here. Stop. Please don't do it. Draw anything in your deck but lockdown. Well, I guess enigmatic might be a problem too, right? I don't give a shit about that. Dog. Dog. Yo, chill. We don't know their last card, right? Because the touch is exiled. But we have Lightshield Array anyway, so. Alright, 3-1, chat. Nice. Let's get a little 4-1 prediction going. I don't know. Hands like this just feel so bad to keep. It's like Warden, but no creatures to go with it. I'm going to ship this. Like, I think this hand's just better. So we put back the Temple Garden. Then we go turn 1 Monk, turn 2 Double Spell. Unironically, this is finally a good hand for Knight-Errant of Eos. Oh, fuck. Bedge. I sleep. Yeah, this is the rare instance where it's correct to turn 1 Knight, or turn 1 Monk, rather. I mean, I can't say no, right? Can't say no to that. Wait, are they playing Lotus Field, or are they playing Mono Green? I guess it's Lotus Field. Although I don't think I've ever seen Lotus Field play Citadel before, right? I feel like I haven't. Yeah, I'm also kind of confused. Yeah, it could just be Mono Green. Like, they're trying to set up end-step Charm for a Nykthos. Kind of sucks that I can't play a second spell this turn, unless I play a 1/1 Stonecoil. But I think that's bad, right? I think I would rather just take Mentor, Brawler, and double spell next turn, rather than... Because, like, what does 1/1 Stonecoil even accomplish? Right? I get a counter here, I guess, but, like, who cares, right? I'd rather just have an absurd turn next turn. I guess that makes sense. So, how much mana do they have? They have 7, right? Oh, wow. They can just cast a Titan of Industry. Although, funny enough, if their plan is to just cast a bunch of big idiots, our creatures can just get bigger than their creatures. So, it's like, maybe not even that bad. Like, we can outsize Titan of Industry pretty easily. Deep. How deep, though? How deep? She echoing my cave till I'm deep. She echoing my... We'll figure something out. We can work with that. How do we answer the sideboard Hornet Queen? Oh, we can't double spell now. God damn it. Fucking Worldbreaker, man. It's got reach too, right? Yeah, of course it does. Everything has fucking reach. I think it's better to play Mentor this turn. Tap, tap, tap. Goo, I guess. How do we answer the sideboard Hornet-Queen? You know, we have 2 Stonecoil Serpents, I guess. We just gotta load that bitch up. Load that bad boy up. It's gonna take a while. Like, we're gonna be here for a while if we have to do that, but, you know. Cavalier of Thorns. They reveal. Maybe they're just reach tribal. Well, also not great for us, because we have a bunch of flyers. They probably play Eldrazi, right? I'm sure they do. Like, they have to. I can't double spell this turn. I'm trying to think if there's, like, a reason to hold this. I mean, the reason is double spell, right? And it's not like casting it accomplishes that much. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Okay. Yeah, definitely gonna hold it now. Go. Don't Ulamog me, bro. Is this... Maybe this is the Ulapog guy. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They do have Ulamog mana. I hope they don't have it. Can't beat it. I can beat another Worldbreaker. That is one that I can beat. Oh yeah, Brawler also has Trample. Brawler can fight through Hornet-Queen. So yeah, Brawler and Stonecoil as Tramplers. What are you doing over there, buddy? Alright, Mono Green Eldrazi, huh? Yeah, that one does not have reach, that is true. Tank Emrakul, huh? Alright, let's bring in this thing, assuming it's good, I have no idea. Wish we had fucking Damping Spear against them. Yeah. Deafening Silence bad. I assume Portable Hole is bad. It kills Grazer, I guess, but you don't want to kill Grazer with that. Why does the Bruh emote not show up anymore? Kind of weird. It's not showing up in chat. Like, I can't see it. I don't know why. Yeah, I guess Get Lost to kill Big Shit, maybe. Command doesn't seem particularly great. Yeah, it's weird. It's like the only emote that takes forever to load. I don't know why. Every other emote's fine. Need this, maybe? That looks fine. Yeah, Destroy Evil kills everything. It's weird. I'm looking at Chatterino, and then as soon as all of them load, they just all load at the same time. What if everybody in chat spammed bruh? Maybe it would break the internet. Where's my white mana? I mean, I don't love this hand, but just a blank wall of chat. Of course they kept 7 too. It's kind of hard to mulligan double Brawler though. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. This is maybe the greedy way to play this hand, but I was thinking about putting back Get Lost. Yeah, chat. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, now they all load at the same time. It was just like a blank wall of chat for a second. I don't know why it takes so long to load on screen. I have no idea why. Yeah, I mean it's not a bad hand for what it is. Glimpse the core. She glimpsing my cave till I'm in the core. I need white mana for that, actually. Brawler, trigger, brawler, trigger, brawler, trigger, brawler, trigger, brawler. Way too dank. Way too dank. Double brawler is nice. Bro, stop glimpsing into my core. I don't like it. Ooh. That's a lot of fucking damage. There's a good chance they're just dead next turn, right? I attack you for 14. I attack you for 14. Your turn. 2 Brawlers goes infinite, costs a draw. Well, I think the card is templated in such a way to avoid that from happening, you know? Somebody in chat thought that it counted itself, and I was like, well, you realize if it counted itself, it would just never stop triggering. Like, you would just cast Brawler, and the game would be a draw. What would you cut errands for? That's a good question. Probably 4th Hopeful Initiate, and then... I want another 1-drop. I want another 1-mana card for Warden. What's another 1-mana... Oh, you know what? More Stonecoils. Yeah, play 4 Stonecoils. That's what I would do. Cut the 3 Knight-Errants, play 4th Initiate, and 2 more Stonecoils. Like, this deck should be playing 4 Stonecoils for sure. This hand looks nuts. No, I'd rather just play more Stonecoils. Stonecoil is one of the best cards in this deck. And what's nice about Stonecoil is... Like, remember when I was talking about not having enough 1-drops to double spell for Monk? But, like, what Stonecoil offers you is it offers you a spell that you can cast at every stage of the game, regardless of how much mana you have left over. So it's like, Jesus Christ. Okay, what's the best way to sequence this? What is the best way to sequence this? So, turn 1... I actually don't know. Is it Scales into Mentor into Warden Brawler Activate? Or I guess it's better to go Warden into Mentor into Scales Brawler Activate. Because it's just more damage that way. Yeah. It's like the exact same power on turn 3, but we get 1 more damage in this way. Or actually, no, it's way better, because we can attack with the Giant Warden on 3, right? Yeah, so now we go... Well, no, because we can't activate Warden on 3 this way, right? I guess it was going to be that way no matter what. I don't think I need to Invasion. I could Invasion next turn. Right? Like, if they don't play a creature, I can go Invasion, Scales, flip Invasion. That's pretty good. If they don't play a Grazer or anything. Take their big play. Well, I like this. Alright, let's go... Yeah, let's go Invasion first. I keep hearing about this game called Balatro. It is good. Bro, I played it 2 days ago. What are you talking about? My Mentor over Brawler. Well, isn't Mentor more counters if I'm planning on flipping the Invasion next turn? Because these both would get 2 counters in that case. As opposed to playing Brawler and then counter on Brawler, counter on here. The Brawler would only get 1 counter. Right? So it's only plus... It's 1 additional counter. As opposed to 2 additional counters. Because Brawler doesn't count itself. They didn't play Grazer. Oh, I guess they couldn't because they wanted to play Charm. Don't I just take Charm? I think, right? Because if I take Charm, then next turn they go land, have 6 mana, they can't play Worldbreaker, so I'm just going to take Charm. Okay, flip Invasion. Another thing you could consider if you didn't want to play the Knight-Errants is you could play main deck Invasion, which doesn't sound that bad. Main deck Invasion kind of slaps. Or it could be okay. What's nice about main deck Invasion, it feels like it's a card that's almost never dead. Right? Even in the games where they have a bunch of cheap spells, the backside is so good and it works so well with the rest of your cards that feels like it's still, you know, even when it's dead, it's never really dead kind of thing. You could play an Ozolith as like the 9th Scales, but the problem that I've tried... So I've played a lot of Scales decks, and I've tried multiple versions with like 4 Mentor, 4 Winding Constrictor, 4 Hardened Scales, and the problem with playing that, like... The problem with that setup is you actually do get flooded on Scales effects. So you can get to a spot where you have too many Scales effects. So that's kind of why I didn't want to play like too many of them. Now, granted, Ozolith does cycle, so it has the out of if it's bad, you can just cycle it, right? And it is nice that Ozolith gets the party started in the sense where like it's self-fulfilling kind of thing, which is nice. Thoughts on Kellen? The 2-mana Kellen? The 2-mana Kellen that finds a creature. I don't know. It could be okay. Could be alright. I don't know if they have an out here. Unless they somehow Ugin me. I don't know if they can do that. Okay. Oh, wait. They can just get... wait. They can get Temple if they play it, and then Ugin me. Bro, please don't Ugin me. Come on. Yeah, just a casual 2-mana 10/10. No big deal. Oh, they revealed Golos. Do they think they're getting an extra turn? I don't know about that one, Chief. Do they have the green Wrath of God? I hope not. I can't beat the green Wrath. I guess I have Lightshield Array. Yeah, it was a joke. Is it time to pog? Yeah, you guys can pog. You can pog now, chat. It's time. It's time. You can pog. No, yeah, you can still pog. Yeah, they're still dead. I think, right? Alright, cool. It is time to pog, folks. Picked up a nice little 4 and 1 with the Hardened Scales. All right, that was pretty impressive. I like that a lot. I mean, you know, we had to do it on hard mode with these Knight-Errant of Eoses. As we talked about throughout the league, I would certainly cut those moving forward for the extra Hopeful Initiate and 2 more Stonecoils, and maybe cut the Shadowspear and something else, maybe the 3rd command, and play 2 main deck invasions, because I was pretty impressed with this card every time I boarded it in. But past that, deck's kind of perfect. I really do like the Monk plus Warden stuff, like extra 1-drops. 1-drops good with Monk, more stuff for Warden. I do like that aspect. I could even see a 3rd portable hole, because that is something that you can tap to Warden, so keep that in mind too. But yeah, deck's great. Thanks again for Slappy. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, YouTube! Yeah, you could play 1 Ozolith too, but I don't know. Alright, let's pay out the believers.